and everyone's silent, cracking me. I'm the speaker. I am Jeffrey. Actually, whose backpack is that? Is that yours, David? Yeah. You just have it on the floor. I like to see Isaac's face. So.
It's not that pretty.
Oh, it is. Still waiting for all voices to get quiet. Giggling too. Perfect. All right. Today I actually want a student to remind us of our norms, or basically like, what do we do in a community circle that will help us respect each other and help us to learn about one another, because that is the point of our community circle.
You stay quiet when someone's talking.
You always talk when you have Jeffrey?
If you want to pass, then say pass. You look at the speaker?
Which one's how you said? The kid.
That was really good, you guys.
No, I got it.
Oh, one more? Yeah. Okay, and then you can hand it back to me.
Oh, you speak loudly when you talk.
Thank you. If you don't know, if you haven't noticed yet, Ms. Gitward is recording this little session, and that's because some of the teachers at school kind of want to see, what do we do in these circles? Like, what's the point of all of this? You know. So if you could speak especially loud today, that's going to help the iPad capture what you say, and then of course, it's going to help everyone in here hear what you have to say. 1 second, Mr. Isaac. I think the last thing that I want to remind you of, very nice, those who participated, by the way. One thing that I want to remind you of is when you speak today, I would like you also to speak with what kind of sentences, everybody? Complete sentences. Complete sentences. Thank you for reminding us that also you can only speak if you have Jeffrey. That's a really important rule that I want all of us to focus on, because I'm still noticing every now and again there are side conversations. But again, just avoid that, because you're going to miss out on what someone is saying if you are having a conversation with someone next to you. And also, it's going to make the speaker feel unimportant if you are sharing something with someone next to you and you're not listening to them. Okay? Let's see. Isaac, do you want to add one more thing before we move on?
No, I have to say something.
Does it have to do with our norms?
No, with this.
Oh, can we?
Why is she putting the iPad on your room?
Oh, because I'm the one speaking right now. So I gave Ms. Gitward directions to just be on the person who is speaking. So because I'm holding Jeffrey.
Is she going to zoom in or what?
I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be okay. All right. One last norm? Okay. Oh, okay, just kidding. For today, I feel like there was something I wanted to say and I forgot what it was. It's okay. We'll come back to it. My first question for everyone today, I remembered what it was, is this. The first round, everyone is going to participate, okay? So, the question is, what was the best part of your 3-day weekend, okay? Because we just came back from a long, long weekend. What was the best part? Now, I want to tell you something I noticed the last time we did, last few times we've done community circles. Sometimes we hear the same answer again and again and again. It's like, my favorite part was not coming to school. 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 Which I respect. That is your opinion. That's honestly your feelings. But I would like to hear a little more from you. Okay? What exactly are you thinking, Jason? Juliana? Melody? Okay. So for today, I'm going to ask that for every answer, you also use the word because. And you try to not say the same thing as the person next to you as well. Okay, so if it is, the favorite part of my weekend was not coming to school because I had more time to play soccer. That is a quality answer. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to go first, and then we're going to go this way.
Woo, yeah.
And then we'll go that way next time. Okay, so get ready. Here we go. Angel, remember? Angel, look at me. You can only speak if you have Jeffrey. Okay. My favorite part of this long weekend was being able to fly up to Seattle, Washington, which is a few states away, and I got to visit my husband, who was actually out there doing something for his graduate program. And so I got to see him, and we got to eat really good food and check out a new city together.
Aww.
Goals.
So the best part of my 3-day weekend was going to the mountain because my husband.
Can you guys hear him?
No.
One more time, nice and loud, just so that like Angel can hear you right over there.
Yes.
One more time.
My favorite part was going to the mountains because I never been to.
My favorite part of my weekend was sleeping because I usually wake up early to school.
My favorite part was sleeping because I liked it. My favorite part was sleeping because I liked it. My favorite part was not doing homework till Monday because I could rest on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
My favorite part was going to Six Flags because I got to spend with them.
My favorite part was just not going to school because I have much extra sleep.
My favorite time was when my mom made tacos this year
Because
because they were good.
a little louder, okay?
My favorite part about the weekend was sleeping there because my boyfriend's going over halftime sleeping. My favorite part of the weekend was going to the swimming because
Louder.
My favorite part of the weekend was going to the snow because I got to spend time with my family.
My favorite part of the weekend was hanging out with my friends because there's mainly nothing ever to do in my house.
Oh yeah. My favorite part of the weekend was getting a diablita that was raspada with me
Because
because it was good and I like chili.
I forgot what to say.
you want us to come back to you.
The best part was like going to a soccer game
Because
because that was my first soccer game of the year.
My favorite part was sleeping because sleeping.
oh wait, hold on, one more time, louder. If you sit up straight and then it projects a little more. Thanks, Angel.
My favorite part of the weekend was sleeping because like sleeping it was more comfortable.
I don't know. I did that thing.
You want us to come back to you? We'll come back to you? Okay.
My favorite part was almost dying. Because
Wait, one more time, say it nice and loud because I don't think these ladies
My
heard you.
favorite part was almost dying because it was funny.
Wow, how did
almost die,
David?
Tell me more.
my favorite part was having a good night's sleep because I usually never get a good night's sleep.
My favorite part of the weekend was sleeping because I was like really sleepy on school.
my favorite part of the weekend was sleeping because I was really tired.
David? Hold on, Juliana, I'm going to make you do it one more time because they were distracting me. I'm so sorry. They're sorry too.
My favorite part of the weekend was sleeping because I was tired. My favorite part was also sleeping because I was tired and I was full. My favorite part was eating because I like to eat.
My favorite part was going to snow because my favorite part was sleeping. I was ready to sleep.
One more time, nice and loud.
What is that?
Oh, wait, just don't even look at it. Pretend it's not there.
My favorite part of what's the sentence?
My favorite part of the weekend was.
My favorite part of the weekend was sleeping because I
Wait, you gotta say that. See, like, you start off strong and then you kind of like trail away. One more time, nice and proud. Go.
my favorite
you go here? Over here.
My favorite part was sleeping in because I was really at 6 in the morning as well.
All right, not bad, people. We do have 3 individuals to hear from. We're gonna go with Marcos, and then Isaac and Giovanna. Okay, Giovanna, you ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just like,
Yes,
kind of
yes.
Marcos, ready?
Intercepted.
Oh God. Thank you, Hugo.
My favorite part of the movie was playing my class because I have nothing else to do.
We'll spend time with special someone.
Oh wait, complete sentence. My favorite part of the weekend was
My favorite part of the weekend is spending time with someone.
because.
I can't. Okay, it's fine. You never know what with my sister,
It's true.
my grandma, and my uncle.
Oh, I know I don't have Jeffrey, and I know that was an honest mistake. That was totally honest. Just be aware we have some lab supplies out right here. So if you do toss to the people here, maybe like under throw. Okay? It's honest. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone is still alive. Hopefully. Hopefully.
My favorite part of the weekend was sleeping because I never really sleep.
One more time, nice and loud. Just because these folks were having a side conversation and I was distracted. So again, everyone, we're slanting for Giovanna. Last answer, and then we are moving on. Go ahead, Giovanna.
My favorite part of the weekend was sleeping because I never really sleep.
Well done. That was said beautifully. Snaps. We don't want to disturb the classes nearby. Okay, my second question is a little more serious. Again, the first one is usually, a little lighthearted, what do you do with your life. The second one tends to be a little more serious, okay?
Okay.
I know you're tired, but if everyone could just sit up nice and straight, that shows respect for our community here, even though I know you're very tired. You're missing all that sleep. Okay, my second question has to do with the reason for why we had the holiday yesterday. Everyone go ahead and say, what holiday was it? Yes, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Wait, can I get all voices off as I'm speaking? I have Jeffrey. Now, I think you guys know a little bit about Martin Luther King Jr. and his civil rights movement and how he stood up for people in our country who had very, very little rights, who were treated poorly, and he was a voice for them. He spoke up against the way they were treated, and he, in love and in grace, but with a lot of power, talked about how everyone's identity, everyone's humanity should be honored. And so something that I wanted to ask you guys today has to do with your identity. Because of what Martin Luther King Jr. did, we can actually sit here today and we can look at one another and say, you are this person, this is your identity, and you should be honored. And he helped bring that to light for our country when a lot of people weren't treating one another that way. Okay. So my question for you today is, what is an important part of your identity? Because the only way we can actually honor one another's identity is actually to figure out, what makes you, you. So the way I want you guys to phrase this is going to go like this, okay? One important part of my identity is blank because blank. So what's an important part of you that makes you you? What's an important part of you that actually helps dictate some of the decisions you make, or it helps you feel the way you do, or it makes you confident, something like that? So I'll give you guys some examples, okay, Celeste? An example could be one important part of my identity is that I am a hardworking student. Actually, hold on. I want to change my sentence frame. One important part of my identity is that I'm a hardworking student. That is important because it helps me remember why I work so hard at KIPP. I want to be a hardworking student. That is what I identify with. and I come here trying to work hard. Okay. Another one could be, one important part of my identity is that I am a really good athlete. That's important to me because it helps me be confident, it helps me enjoy sports, it helps me like interact with others out on the field. So I'm a good athlete, and so I show them what's up, you know. Anyone have a question on like the sentence? Question?
Yeah.
Hugo, even though you don't have Jeffrey, you could ask it real quick. He's
What
pointing
if
at
you
you.
have multiple identity filled like comments?
I really like that question, Hugo. I was actually thinking of you when I was thinking of this question this morning because I think you've shared a lot of important parts of your identity recently.
Yeah.
You can share. Why don't you choose one to share? Only because I'm thinking of the time that we have. We have about 10 minutes left, and I want to make sure everyone can share. So just choose like the one part that you really like love about who you are. Okay? It could do with like also your family. It could do with. It doesn't have to be things that you like to do, right, Johan? It could be where you come from as well. Okay, so this could be very broad. All right, but choose one and explain why that's important to you. Isaac. Really fast. Be sure you sign out too. Okay. All right, I'll go first. One important part of my identity is that I am half Vietnamese. And it's important to me because my mom actually came to this country as a refugee. She had to escape Vietnam. She actually had to get out of that country for the sake of her life and her family's life. If she stayed there, it'd be very likely that she would have died. So that's an important part of my identity because I find a lot of strength in who my mother is, and I find a lot of pride in being her daughter. And that was her story. Oh, for this circle, everyone has to share. And if you need to pass, we'll come back to you. But if you can actually share something, even if it's a smaller thing, it's great. We want to hear. Okay?
My identity is my family because we live in their garbage. My part of identity is my family because that's what helps me be able to motivate me to keep it going.
Could you guys hear him?
Yes. Oh no, wait. To be honest with you, no.
Thanks for being honest. Raul, one more time. Because that was a really good answer. I want them to hear, okay? Work on projecting. Okay, one more time.
Part of my identity is my family because they motivate me and they help me to keep going.
One important part of my
Identity
is my enthusiasm because it helps me interact with people.
One important part of my identity.
One important part of my identity is working hard because I'm able to show like my family that I will succeed.
Can you guys hear me?
My identity is my mom and my sister because my sister is doing like so good in school. So like I'm trying to do better so she won't be upset.
We'll come back to you.
My favorite part of my identity is my mom because she's always there for me and she supports me. One part of my identity is hardworking because I try to show everyone that I could succeed.
An important part of my identity is my goals because they like motivate me to like work harder.
One part of my identity is my kindness, because I get new friends and can learn from them.
So you guys know we're coming back to you, right? So as you're waiting, as you're listening, be sure you're thinking, okay?
Oh yeah. One big part of my identity is I don't know if that's possible.
Louder? One more time, because I didn't hear the first part. I'm so sorry, dude. Be proud, girl.
One important part of my identity is being Latino because it shows that if I work harder, I can bring people on.
One important part of my identity.
One important part of my identity is that I'm like choosing push me to do better.
One important part of my identity is my confidence. To do stuff like I'm not supposed to. One important part of my identity are my friends and family because they're always there for me.
One important part of my identity is my mom because she pushes me to keep going. One important part of my identity are my parents because they push me.
Wait, one more time, Leslie. Don't. Silence. One more time, Leslie, nice and loud so they can hear.
One important part of my identity are my parents because they push me to do well in school. And
So if you did pass earlier, I'm just going to ask again that you find one thing that helps make you who you are, and just tell us why that's important, okay?
important part of my identity is my family because they motivate me.
Good, bro. And then Kenya, you already shared, yeah? Yeah. Jason shared. David, that was David. So the sentence frame is one important part of my identity is. We'll come back to you again. Okay.
Like what's the sentence, Stephen?
One important part of my identity is. Oh, can you say the sentence frame? One important part of my identity.
One important part of my identity is what?
Because.
I don't know.
Why is being good at sports important to you? Does it make you happy? What, did you say no? Did you say no or yes?
He said no.
I can't tell, he's going. No. Is it yes? I can't tell.
So you can
No.
This is the death stare.
No.
No? Alright. You have shared enough. You may turn to me. Oh, Angel, we want to know, buddy. It is hard to think about, actually. Alright, we'll come back to you, Johan. Are you serious? What is
What was the sentence for?
Oh, one important part of my identity is. Oh wait, say it nice and loud, Hugo. Sorry, not Hugo. Marcos, people are chatting. Marcos, you're actually going to be our last one, so if you could say it nice and loud and proud, we're going to end with you, okay? One more time. One important part of my identity.
One important part of my identity is my family because they're good examples.
They're good examples. Wait, hold on. I know I don't have Jeffrey, but today I know that question was kind of deep, but if you guys didn't answer, I really want you to think about how would you answer that question as you go on throughout the day. What's an important part of you that makes you you, okay? Thanks again so much for sharing and pushing those chairs.